Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Live Debt Free. Today I come to you from sunny South Africa, although it's been a bit windy today, so bear with me for any sort of wind noise or anything like that, or external noises. But I thought I'd just take today as an opportunity to try and speak to you. I'm here at my mom's place in a little town called Kales River in South Africa. But yeah, absolutely beautiful part of the world. I probably didn't choose the best day for filming this, because it's not normally this windy, but I'm just taking any opportunity that I can get. So today I'd like to cover something which we touched on briefly in the past. It's called goals. Now goals is I believe, and my wife as well, is such an important part of a healthy financial life. If you don't have goals, not just financially, but in anything you do in life, I think you're really going to fall short of the mark. It's good to set out where you want to get to, be it financial, weight-wise, professionally, just anything that you want to achieve. It's good to always know where you want to get to in life. Someone once said, if you aim at nothing, you are sure to hit it. Think about that, guys. So what he's basically saying is that if you're not going to aim at anything in specific, if you're not going to have a goal in sight, you're not going to achieve anything. It's as simple as that. So it's always good to have ambition, to have drive, to have something that you're working towards. So where do we start with goals? I would say start by listing your short-term and your long-term goals. Now, depending on where you are at financially, this may differ very slightly. Again, like I said, personal finance is personal, guys. So take all of this and adapt it into what works for you in terms of your budget and your finances. So, short-term goals. Now, depending on where you're at, this could be getting out of debt goals, and then later on, savings goals. If you fall into the first category, where you are in a position of still trying to get out of debt, to get rid of your debts, you've got your debt snowball in place, you've started budgeting, then your goals may vary slightly. They may be like, I want to stop using credit cards by so and so. I would like to be out of debt by this date. I would like to have paid off my car by this day. I would like to have my house, my mortgage paid off by this year. And that will give you a really good idea on how to then plan your finances going forward, tying this in with your budget. It's those short-term goals. Now, what these short-term goals also does, it really gives you motivation, it gives you focus, and it helps you stay on track to actually reaching them and making the changes in your life that you need to. If you're looking on the latter half, which is your savings goals, or goals to make in the interim of long-term goals, these could be things like saving for, if you have kids, saving for their schooling initially, saving for university, saving for a house if you don't have a house as of yet. So these are all sort of your longer term goals. It could even be saving for a holiday, or if you're going to buy your car cash, saving for a car. So these are sort of more of your longer term savings goals. Now, when it comes to goals, it's always good to reverse engineer. This will really help you plan, and it will really help you to realistically achieve these goals. What do I mean by reverse engineer? So say for example, your goal is we're talking about the short-term goals and you fall into the category of debt. Say for example, you have a debt snowball in place, and you're trying to work through your debt. You have a credit card. You can then see, okay, this is the total, this is how much I'm going to be paying. So you work backwards. So I need these amount of years, I need to put this amount of money into it and this amount of money extra. You see, so you have your big goal, or you have your big amount, which is you're in 20,000 dirhams worth of debt. You then go, okay, I've got X amount of months to pay for it, which means I need this amount of payment, and if I throw this amount extra, I can shorten those years. That's reverse engineering. And the same thing for your savings goal. So if you know that university fees for your kids are going to cost 100,000 for a 3-year course by this period in time, so these amount of years, you take that 100,000 divided by these amount of years and then into months, and then you can calculate how much you need to save to achieve these goals. And then of course there are various savings platforms with different interest returns which you can look at, and this we've covered in terms of saving. But that is sort of how you reverse engineer to get to that figure, to actually see what is realistic and give you a realistic time frame according to your lifestyle. And then just before we go, guys, remember that goals, like everything else, require sacrifice, requires consistency, and dedication. But it is a good tool to keep you on track, to keep you focused, to keep you motivated, and to help you to get to where you want to be. So thanks for joining us again today. Please do share this if you think this would be of help to anyone else, and follow us on our social media pages. We also have a podcast for those of you who are more auditory inclined. Sorry guys, there's just a horse going by. Something you don't see in Dubai very often, a horse and cart. So on that note, I'd like to say goodbye. Thanks for tuning in. Stay well, stay safe, and make that change.